Well, good morning or afternoon, whatever it is. I think it's afternoon. So I've seen a lot of these videos. Don't tell anyone you've started a YouTube channel, and I'd like to weigh in on that today. So I have actually told somebody, and that person I told is my son Connor, or Thing One, or Twin A. And the reason I did is because he has a YouTube channel as well. A couple of them, in fact. Little Fridge. Uh, if you're a gamer, look them up. Couldn't hurt. So we we kind of know. The thing is if you don't tell people, uh, nobody's going to ask you, oh, what's it about? And you tell them, they're going to be, oh, I couldn't do that. Da, da, da. I've got, so I agree with that, or they'll belittle you and saying that's not a real job, or you're not going to make any money from it. All this, but people will find out, and how they react to you having a channel is extremely telling. A lot of the people I know who watch TikTok and watch some of my shorts on my other channel, that appear on TikTok, really don't don't say anything about it, because it's just something they see as for fun. There's there's gnats out here. It's about 60 degrees, and it's beautiful today. But honestly, I'm I'm of that mind. Don't tell anyone uh, you have a YouTube channel, because I think people will either try to hijack you and say, "Oh, well, why don't you do this? I've seen this YouTuber do this, and maybe you ought to do this instead." This is fun. This is creative. This is how you should experiment. This right here, no curated channels, no heavily edited, just speaking, just being in front of the camera. And I think the biggest thing about not telling anyone you have a channel is you being able to do your own thing the way you want to, without other people's input. Uh, don't get me wrong, input's great, but when you get 20 different people saying 20 different things, I think it kind of stops being your channel, and it starts being their channel. So that's my two cents. Also, it's freeing. If you're over 40, over 50, I see all those videos too, and I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. But if you're Gen X, do it. Do it, because it is our voice that needs to be heard. For the most part, there's some of us that aren't really, but yeah, just do what I'm doing. Turn the camera on and just start. A few things. Get yourself some microphones. There's some cheap for 20 bucks, little lav mics with clips. Get those. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. If you're like me, you've got your your YouTube creator studio and your editor and everything in your hand, and you carry it with you every day, and that's your phone. It's all you need. I'm using a little tripod selfie stick thing I found on Amazon, and it's it's minimal layout. It's minimal layout monetarily, and it helps. I've I've noticed I'm less reserved. I've noticed that I'm a little more outgoing, I guess. But I'm always thinking too. Here's the downside that nobody tells you about, or people don't want to admit, and that is you start thinking in, okay, would this be good content? Could I make this a short? Could I make this relevant to my channel, instead of saying, you know what, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to enjoy it. And if you're doing that, it becomes less enjoyable. I have found myself doing that a couple of times, and I just need to remind myself to just sit back, relax, and let it happen. Another thing is, yeah, it would be nice right now. Nobody's watching these, which is fine. Uh, I don't care. My main channel though is is probably 6 months away from being monetized if the videos keep producing the view hours they are. And even though that's cool, I really don't see that as the main goal. I see getting the word out there. Yes, I am Christian. I see making sure that people know where I stand is important, and what I see as the truth. It's it's good practice. Um, it it strengthens you in your area of expertise, and you you study more. I'm studying more. I'm reading more. So it really helps in, and it helps you in determining which commenters are worth responding to. I got a gnat. So that is really the biggest thing I've noticed about doing this. But yeah, if you're 40, 50 above, get get your camera going. Just shoot. Get you, go to Walmart. They they've got a little clip-on mic and a receiver for like $15. Do it. You got to start somewhere. You might as well just start there. Who knows? You might have have something people will really enjoy. Excuse me, I got a gnat down my throat. You might have a niche that's that's unexplored. You might have a niche that a lot of people will gravitate towards, and things could explode. But get your voice heard. The last thing is, unless you're in politics or something, don't be political. There's too much of that going on. So be neutral. Just rant like I am. Whatever comes to your mind, and just, yeah, let them know you're here. That's about it. I guess until next time, as usual, I'll see you in the funny papers.